Hello and welcome back to Byron's Adventures. Now, as you can see, we're actually on the clan screen here, and I have a significant amount less influence than I had beforehand. And there's a very good reason for that, because a couple of people in the comments told me that influence can be used to increase your relation with your other member clans. And I did not realize this. I did not realize this, so very, very much appreciate you letting me know. Anyway, this fellow right here, we kind of want to keep him, keep him with us, right? We kind of want to keep him with us. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click on support a couple of times. As you can see, it actually makes a massive difference. And we're pretty much donating a bunch of influence to him and his clan, and they can use it however they so desire. So this is actually going to work out quite nicely, in my opinion. Now we're going to give a couple to this one as well, and you can see here that our relation with all these clans is increasing at a very rapid rate. And this is exactly what we want to do. This is absolutely perfect. So now that all of these people, I've actually done a bunch of this off screen as well, by the way, just to kind of save us a little bit of time. But now that we have done that, I think, hopefully, that will prevent them from leaving. I know someone else actually mentioned that depending on the clan tier, vassals will be more likely to leave if they are not given a suitable amount of fiefs. And I'm not entirely sure if that is the case for me at the moment, but whatever the case, we're just going to try our very best to... Regea? 43,000. That's hilarious. Okay, so look at this. We now have 100 relation with the Company of the Golden Boar, and we should theoretically have a very nice time of things going forward. Now, I have installed a couple of updates for some of the mods. I believe improved garrisons actually did get updated as well. So now it gives you a kind of like a summary of what is going on in all of your various fiefs. So it will basically say it's recruited this many, it's upgraded this many, and so on. And that is, in my opinion, very cool. But I'm not entirely sure if it's going to give me a crash or anything like that. Hopefully it won't. But whatever the case, let's actually just take a quick look here real quick. I'd like to take a look at Byron and his age. He's 82 right now. Okay, he's 82, and as you can see, we've got a whole bunch of friends. And we got a couple of enemies, but that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Anyway, what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to try and manage our garrison a little bit here, and we are going to hopefully be able to speak to a couple of extra people, and those extra people will hopefully end up joining us. And I don't really mind whether they bring units to the table or not. If they don't bring it, units. If they don't bring any fiefs, that's what I'm talking about. If they don't bring any fiefs, then that's absolutely fine. If they don't want to do that, then, if we're not at war against them, that is, then I'm fine with it, I mean, it would be nice if they would, of course, but if they don't, then that is not the end of the world. I'm going to be taking quite a few units here because I might actually declare war against someone. Oh, we're over our troop limit? Why am I over my troop limit? Why do I have such a small amount of people? That's because of my influence, I assume. Is it? I actually have no idea. Why is it that I don't have that much space any further? Okay, that's kind of weird. Anyway, we're just going to put the tier 2s and the tier 3s back in there, and that should be fine. Didn't I have like 500 and something? Okay, that's kind of strange, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so who shall we attack? I'm pretty sure the ASERAI are going to be the answer here, because Botanians, pretty strong. Crusade, as we know, very strong. The Vlandians, extremely strong. So it's probably going to be a good idea that we head down to ASERAI territory and try and see if we can do something there. There's a bunch of hideouts here. Oh, look at this. There we go. Your improved garrisons recruited 0 recruits, upgraded 28 troops to the next tier, and persuaded 0 prisoners today. That is the summary thing that I was talking about. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm actually going to be removing a bunch of these because we don't really need them any further. And that's going to be hopefully helping us quite a bit to see a little bit better. And is that it? No, there's actually a whole bunch more. Yeah, it's just that these ones I've marked for a long time ago, and I'm basically not going to be using them any further for the most part. So yeah, let's make my way down. Let's not mark that by mistake. Alright, so I have a situation here where I can actually speak to Monchug, and I'm going to be giving him 900,000 for a very good reason, and I'm going to actually try and release all of these units. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to extradite them instead, and we're going to have them transferred over to us. I think that is probably going to make more sense. But we're also going to be releasing a whole bunch of our children as well. As you can see, Barney is here, and we have Bruce as well. So what I'm going to try and do is we're going to try and extradite everyone else except our children, of course, and we will just have them released. And this is going to give us a pretty significant amount of bargaining power, or at least I hope so. And there we go. We're going to be giving 864,000 to transfer prisoners and to release all of our children. Hilariously enough, Barney is actually being bartered twice here. So I don't actually need to do that, but there you go. Oh, that actually saved me a little bit of money, actually, hilariously enough. But there you go. They're all going to be released, apart from these guys who are now transferred over to us, which is actually quite nice because that means they are Botanians. And theoretically, I should be able to get a good amount of cash for that, which is exactly the reason why I want to do that. Anyway, I have been looking around for Eutropius, by the way. Don't worry, I have not forgotten about the whole, you know, the whole marriage thing with Pelisora. I would like to be able to make that happen as soon as possible, but unfortunately, I can't find him, and I don't know why. In my opinion, this needs to be worked on. Obviously, it's early days, you know, it's very much a case of early access, and I'm very much hoping that the tracking down Lord system will be worked on quite a bit, because tracking them down is quite tedious at the moment. Even with the encyclopedia, it just doesn't update enough, in my opinion. I feel like you should, if you want to do it thematically, then personally I feel like what should happen... Oh, let me actually not die. Oh, never mind. I died pretty badly. Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, yes. Let's just forget about what just happened right there. Let's just forget about that. But anyway, the point is that what I would like to see is maybe thematically we could send out a scout or something like that, and then you know, we could see what happens. Okay, so, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're actually just going to do this. Oh, wow, really? Not that much, huh? Not that much. 69,000. Not that good. But it's all right. It's all right. Ah, here we go. Now, this is exactly the reason why I wanted to do this, because we're gaining a lot of money for this. I mean, it's basically the same money that we spent, but we're gaining relation at the same time, which I gotta say I think is pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with that. Otherwise, let's see. What could you offer for your freedom? Yeah, not that much. And you don't actually want to offer anything, actually. So there you go. But yeah, I have been searching for Eutropius, as I said. And I haven't been able to find him for the life of me. I have no idea where he is. I haven't seen any messages about him or anything like that. So let's have a look here. What do you think of your liege? Ooh, here we go. He is actually happy to join us because we've already kind of done something with him before. And as you can see, he is not willing to join me even for almost 5 million gold. And even for all of these people as well. So it seems like I won't be able to do anything with him, unfortunately. I very much wanted to, because I think it would be a lot of fun to have him join us, because he is kind of a beast. But as you can see here... Oh, he was last seen at Lycaron 1 day ago, actually. It said 10 days when I had last checked. So I guess I'll rush over there and see if we can find him. Ah, here he is. He's actually in Lycaron itself. And the funny thing is, the alt key does not tell me that he's actually in there. So, yeah, anyway, there's something I'd like to discuss. What? No, I would like to actually, you know, ask him to marry our daughter. I mean, Okay, what about this? No, this doesn't work. Okay, I'm actually unsure how to make this work right now. No. Right. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I have to speak to Pelisora first? I don't think that that's going to really be the reasoning for it. Where is she anyway? Wait a minute. Is she not even with me right now? I think that she might not even be with me, so that is kind of bad, isn't it? That is kind of bad. Where is she even? I think she's running around as a party, isn't she? I think she is running around as a party, so I'm going to have to get her at some point. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that right now because what I would like to do is try and take some ASERAI towns, villages, castles, whatever, and try and expand our territory a little bit before the inevitable wave of destruction from the Khuzait and the Vlandians come in and do massive damage to us. So I'm very much hoping that we will be able to accomplish something at the very least. Bear in mind that the Khuzait are also quite strong down here even. As you can see, they own these various bits of territory that the ASERAI also lost to them. And that's not particularly good. Let's actually have a look at 574? What? That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Okay, how much? Okay, yeah, this is fine. Okay, 70,000, sure. How much are you willing to pay? Oh, all of it, actually. Okay, pretty good. Not bad. We've increased our relation quite significantly with all these people as well, which was the main reason why I wanted to do this. Wow, there are a lot of very, very large parties here. I guess what I'm going to have to do is create my very own army. Let's get some people to come and help me. Pelisora included, actually. There we go. Let's do it. And we have 1,377. I think I might do a bit of an auto-resolve next time as well, because I think auto-resolve is probably going to give us just that little bit of an edge. And what I'm going to do is, in preparation, I'm going to take all of their food as well, because that makes, well, no difference whatsoever, but it will make a difference to me, at the very least. And I think I might want to go to this one as well. Because what I'm aiming to do is basically just take this castle and take the first town, and that's pretty much it. I'm not going to aim too high at the moment. That might already be too high. But we'll try our very best, at the very least. So we're just going to buy all of this. I'm going to buy everything. I should have just actually bought everything in bulk. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that, and we'll see what happens. Ooh, now Oros is wanting to speak to us, and he might, yeah, he's not really willing to give us that much, but we'll try our best here. Let's see how much. Ooh, almost 300,000. I think that's pretty decent, considering we've already got a nice amount of relation with him already. That's pretty good. Anyway, here you go. We've now almost become ready to attack. Yeah, it does take quite a while for armies to get down here, of course, which is the main weakness that we're going to be seeing going forward. I think I'm going to probably attack this guy straight up. Should we attack him? Or we could try to persuade him. Let's try and persuade him, actually. What do you think of your liege? We might actually get something going here. Nope, never mind. Okay. Apparently 81% chance is not good enough to make this work. We might get another critical chance, but it's highly unlikely at this point. And yeah, that's actually kind of a shame, because as you can see, I got 3 out of the 4, and if I'd gotten a critical success right there, I would have been able to achieve something quite nice. But, well, what can you do? What can you do? So we're going to be attacking here. Bear in mind that we are going to be attacking in the village itself, because this guy was actually recruiting units at the same time. So this might be kind of problematic in many ways. Let's try and get my people in nice positions here as well. We've got to be a bit careful here. Yeah, we've got to be very careful, actually. Let's tell my cavalry and horse archers to charge in. Bear in mind that this is not very good. Very, very bad, actually, to be in this kind of situation because of all the... Well, just look at it. It's absolutely insane. The amount of space that you can see here is just crazy. I guess I'll just tell my people just to charge straight on in because we have the numbers advantage. It should theoretically be fine. And let's see if I can... Nope. Okay, there we go. Nice. Take him down. There we go. That's what we like to see. Oh, they're spawning in more archers. That is not what we like to see, thank you. But we are absolutely massacring them right now, which is really good. And maybe we can do a little bit more here as well. Try and take out the ASERAI on the mounts and everything. I've got to be a bit careful here. I don't really want Byron to die any more than he already has in the past. Because he's been through it, you know. He's been through it all, hasn't he? Absolutely. So let's see if I can do some damage here. Nice. Nice. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. A little bit more, Byron. Oh, yeah. We are completely running them down right now. And I mean, it is to be expected, of course. We're in very close quarters situation right here. We have the numbers advantage by a massive margin indeed. And it's going to be very difficult for anyone to be able to fight back against us. And you can see here, we've lost basically nothing, pretty much. And I'm hopeful that now that we have declared war, we will be able to take this guy prisoner, and then we can potentially use him in a negotiation later down the line if we do come across someone that has a massive amount of money or something like that. And indeed, you've got to remember that we can also try to persuade them to join us and bring their fiefs over to us at the same time. So hopefully that's going to work. 42 renown, 11 influence for that. And I will be taking him prisoner. And I won't take anyone else prisoner, as we have so far seen. We don't really want to be running around very, very slowly. That would probably be quite bad. And there you go. Okay, so we have another couple of vassals over there. But I don't really need to worry about them too much, because I think I will probably be able to do something quite nice here. So we're just going to build onagers for the most part, and we'll see what happens. I probably want to get a little bit more cohesion here just to make sure. Is everyone else actually coming? Yeah, Barnabas, Pelisora. Pelisora is the furthest away. The others are at least 2 days away, so that's not too bad. But you can see here that we are literally lightning fast with our construction here too. Bear in mind that the ASERAI probably will be launching some retaliation strikes against us at the same time. I'm kind of wondering whether I should just auto-resolve at this point. But I'm hoping that maybe I can get the walls down really, really fast, so that I won't have to worry about losing a huge amount of units for nothing, basically. So I'm hopeful we might be able to do something. As you can see, we're gaining even more units. Pelisora is actually here, which is really great too. So let's now get my onagers out. I mean, 4 onagers should be enough to deal with the defenses at this castle here as well. They should be able to get those catapults dead as soon as possible. There we go. We now have 1,343. I'm probably going to run out of food very, very fast. But if that's how it has to be, then that's how it has to be. Hopefully my onagers will not get destroyed too quickly, and we will be able to destroy their catapults. There we go. So we've already done, like, what, 10,000? Oh, hello there. This is a big army. This is an insanely large army. They have a lot of recruits, though, as you can see. They have 196 recruits. They do have a massive amount of Mamluk soldiers, but Mamluk soldiers, as we know, are not exactly fantastic. So if we take a look at the troop tree right here, you can see, wow, we're actually, amusingly enough, already here. So you can see that the cavalry is kind of like a, what is that, tier 4? Yeah, tier 4 unit. And then we have the regulars, and then we have the soldiers, and they're tier 2. So what do they have mostly? Tier 2. And they also have tribesmen, which are, I think, tier 2 as well. They do have some regulars, they do have some cavalry as well, but everything else is then going to be higher tier than that. Palace guards, they have 83 palace guards. That's pretty significant. That's a tier 5 unit right there, but those guys usually don't have shields, so we might be able to do something against them. But not with the actual, not with the actual garrison as well. We have to be a bit careful about this. Okay, let's see how much he's willing to give us. Actually, quite a significant amount. Pretty good. 138,000 right there. And I'm thinking we're probably going to be heading in a auto-resolve right now. Let's see if we can take him down. Because we have seen that if we can get the walls down, it's really, really good for us. But if we can't get the walls down, then doing an auto-resolve is probably the best. And there you go. We've taken it with massive casualties. I mean, it's auto-resolve. Of course, it's going to be massive casualties, but I can't really do much more than this, with a massive army bearing down upon us, as you can see right here. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to go into my kingdom screen right now. And, oh, I would have liked to have seen what kind of clans could use it. I'm going to give it to Kanujan, I think, because I think he's pretty good. And I'd like to keep him around. So I'm going to give him this. And hopefully he's going to do a good job. Yeah, as you can see right here, Harfit has 2. Coltit has 2, Valentes has 2, and then we have Kareth, who only has 1, but he has Argeron and what? No, wait a minute. I was looking at the members. My bad. Anyway, the point is that he has 2, and everyone else has 1, apart from this one as well, which we've just given to, the castle. So they have Onika Castle and Sahel Castle now. So I'm hopeful that they'll do quite well. As you can see, their influence has skyrocketed from this particular battle as well, which is actually quite nice. And what I'm going to do is I will probably be disbanding the army, but I won't do that yet. I would like to head into the castle itself and see whether these guys are actually going to be attacking us. Shall we see? Because if they decide to go into the castle, this is going to be a very intriguing prospect indeed. I'm going to just increase my cohesion a little bit just before they... Oh, they are actually attempting to do so. I don't think this is a good idea, personally, for them to do that, but we have worn down the walls ourselves, which I gotta say was probably not the best idea. I probably should have just gone in, auto-resolve blazing and done what I needed to do and gotten out of there. That's probably what I should have done. But, it happens. They're building a... Yeah, they're going to be heading in here. They are going to be heading in here 100%. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get more of our people restored in time. As you can see, we have 64 wounded still, and I'm sure many of our other forces also have wounded. As you can see, we're gaining a massive amount. Oh, they're actually spending the time to build ballistas. I don't know why they would do that. We have 4 ballistas. It's highly unlikely that any siege weapon is going to be able to fight against 4 ballistas, in my opinion. I feel like ballistas are very, very strong in defense. And as you can see, they have abandoned the siege, which is exactly what they should do. I think it would be rather foolish of them to continue. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bait them a little bit. And Kareth actually just created an army. Okay, so yeah, we're going to bait them a little bit. I'm actually just going to... Oh, wait a minute. They're actually going to head back in here, aren't they? They're going to head back in here very, very fast. Yep. See, we got there. We got there just in time to prevent them from doing so. And I'm thinking what we're going to try is... what I wanted to do, actually, beforehand was just disband the army. Let my guys just go off and do whatever they want to do now, because we've taken this castle and we kind of draw these guys out, which is exactly what we wanted. And now what I'm going to try is speaking to them. All right, here we go. Stay your hand. Perhaps we don't have to come to blows. And let's have a look here. Okay, so... you will try to... You have tried to persuade me before. Right. Okay, well, stay your hand. I don't think we should come to blows then, I guess. We'll try and make peace. And we're going to release a couple of their prisoners, and maybe we can gain some money in the process. Actually, not even that much. Look at that. That is pretty awful. But I guess we'll just do that. That seems like a good idea to me. Now, unfortunately, I have attempted to persuade this guy before. I don't know whether there is any kind of cooldown on that. So maybe there'll be an opportunity for that in the future. But now that we've taken that, we do have a bit of a foothold down here. And one of our vassals has an increased presence in the area too. So that's obviously going to help us quite a bit. Now we have a number of people that have gained traits in the meantime. And I will be speccing them off screen because we've seen all of that before. And it's just a matter of me spending those trade points. But otherwise, that's actually going to be it for this episode. I actually wanted to speak to more of their vassals if I could disband the army by convincing the first guy, but unfortunately that would not be the case. So this is the current situation in the land. You can see that the Botanians are massive, Khuzait massive, ASERAI not so massive, but they still have significant power levels And if you take a look here, the Northern Empire is actually at 0 strength, but unfortunately my quest is still going on for some reason. Must be a bit of a bug, potentially. And we have gained quite a bit of strength in the meantime, as you can see. And the Crusade have lost a little bit, I think. Britannian's about 10,000, ASERAI's about 5,000, Sturgia has 15, and Vlandia is once again being extremely strong. It seems to me like in every single game that I have so far played, Vlandia is the last to fall. Or, shall we say, Vlandia is the strongest, which is very strange. Not entirely sure why that is. Interesting. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.